Welcome to today's Explainer. I'm so thrilled you're here, because today we're digging into something literally everyone thinks about, the permanent weekend. People always say we're working for the weekend, but let's be real, we're all actually working for retirement. That permanent weekend is the ultimate light at the end of the tunnel, right? But getting there early, well, that takes some serious maneuvering and strategy, and that is exactly what we're unpacking today.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to look at the early retirement dream, decode the Rule of 55, navigate the fine print, go over some strategic account maneuvers, and finally, ask, will this work for you? We are going to guide you systematically through all of it.
Section 1. The Early Retirement Dream. There's this huge universal push right now to just take back our time. So are you ready to turn the daily grind into a permanent weekend? It's the absolute dream. But to actually pull the plug early and walk away, you need cash flow. You can't just quit without a solid plan.
And that brings us to the giant roadblock, 59.5. Usually, if you try to pull money out of an employer-sponsored 401k or 403b before hitting age 59.5, bam, you get hit with these severe early withdrawal tax penalties. It is a massive barrier for anyone needing cash to live on before that standard age. Section 2. Decoding the Rule of 55.
So, here is the ultimate solution to that exact roadblock, the IRS Rule of 55. This is a specific provision that lets you withdraw funds from your current job's 401k or 403b plan completely penalty-free, as long as you leave that job at age 55 or older. It essentially unlocks your employer-sponsored plan the very year you turn 55.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that 10%. That's the massive early withdrawal penalty you are completely dodging here. Normally, touching your 401k early triggers this. Because, well, the IRS always wants its cut, right? But the Rule of 55 acts basically like a shield, keeping that 10% right where it belongs, in your pocket.
So to put that into perspective, you're looking at age 59.5 versus 55. That is 4.5 years of penalty-free early access. 4.5 years. For someone trying to bridge the gap between their working life and traditional retirement age, this provision is an absolute game changer.
Section 3. Navigating the fine print.
Now, as much as we love penalty-free withdrawals, making a mistake with the IRS can be literally devastating to your finances. So beware. While the IRS allows for this, not all unique employer plans actually offer it at 55. Some plans might force you to wait until anywhere from age 59 to 62. Never assume. You absolutely got to verify the parameters of your specific plan.
So the crucial point is, the funds absolutely must be in your current employer's plan. You can only pull from the job you're leaving at 55. Got old 401ks from previous jobs? Nope, no protection there. And honestly, this next part is pretty wild. It doesn't even matter how you leave the job. You can quit intentionally, you can get laid off, you could even get fired. The rule still applies.
But wait, there is an incredible exception here for certain careers. If you're a public safety worker, so we're talking air traffic controllers, police officers, firefighters, correctional officers, or EMTs, this gets even better. For those public safety roles we just listed, penalty-free withdrawals can actually begin at age 50. That's a full 5 years earlier than the standard rule. It's a massive flex and offers so much relief for folks in those super demanding, high-stress jobs.
Section 4. Strategic account maneuvers. All right, so how do we actually position the money? The source material calls your retirement savings a delicate ecosystem. And I think that hits the nail on the head. You've got separate accounts, intricate timing. It's like a giant puzzle. You've got to look at this from every single angle.
Let's move to and see how this builds. We need a concrete order of operations here. Step 1, double-check if your current employer even allows rollovers. If they do, Step 2, take those old 401ks and specific IRAs gathering dust and roll them into your current plan while you're still working there. Then, Step 3, leave your current employer during or after the year you turn 55. Boom! By consolidating, all of that money is now completely protected under the Rule of 55 umbrella.
Now here's a brilliant little tax-saving strategy about exactly when to take the money out after leaving your job. Don't just pull it immediately. The move is to wait until the start of the next calendar year to make your first withdrawal.
Why wait for January? Well, think about it. By the next calendar year, you're not working anymore, right? So your overall income plummets, which means your adjusted gross income, or AGI, goes way down. That means you pay fewer taxes on the withdrawals.
Plus, it gives you a clean slate to curate a careful, long-term strategy of substantially equal periodic payments. It's all about working smarter to protect your wealth.
Section 5. Will this work for you? Okay, final reality check time. The mechanics of this rule are amazing, but you have to assess your own situation. Could making these withdrawals actually push you into a higher tax bracket? Remember, you're dodging the early penalty, but you still have to pay standard income tax on what you take out. You've absolutely got to research how this extra cash flow alters your tax obligations.
And whatever you do, beware the lump sum trap. Some employer plans won't let you take nice periodic payments. They force you to take a single massive lump sum payout when you leave. If that happens, it completely strips away the tax-advantaged nature of the account, and you'll get slammed with a massive tax bill all in 1 year. For sure, you don't want that.
Finally, let me reiterate this absolute unbreakable rule. You must turn 55 or already be older than 55 during the calendar year you leave that specific employer. Actually, let me make that crystal clear. If you quit at 54, you lose the protection entirely. The early penalty comes roaring right back.
So, what does this all mean for you? Well, it leads to my final question. Have you checked your specific plan's parameters yet? The Rule of 55 is a phenomenal tool to unlock your early retirement savings and kick off that permanent weekend years ahead of schedule. But it literally all comes down to the fine print of the plan you're holding right now. Go dig out those retirement documents, take control, and see if the Rule of 55 can work for you.